on the phone there, Tyler Wilson, I believe, who is on the phone with us right now, who lives in that neighborhood there. Tyler, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you tell us where you are in relation to where this is happening and what you've heard and seen?
Yeah, so there's 3 backyards that all come to an adjacent point. It's one of our backyards that adjoins our backyard. I was sitting here working, and next thing you know, I hear over a cop PA that, come out of the dogs coming, come out of the dogs coming. And after that, it was just chaos. There was shots ringing left and right. We had SWAT and U.S. Marshals set up snipers in our bedrooms. There was an officer got drugged by his arms to our house. I don't know if he was shot or if he injured himself. It's been pretty crazy. There was about 30 minutes where it was a straight shootout. It's been about an hour, and there's only been about 2 shots. So.
Are you still in your home right now, Tyler?
I heard on one of the detectives' radios that there was 1 suspect dead in the front yard and 1 in the house still shooting. So I don't know how true that is, but apparently there's 2 suspects, 1 dead.
Obviously unconfirmed information at this point. Tyler, are you still in your home right now?
Yeah, we're still in our home. There hasn't been but like maybe a shot or 2 in the last hour.
We are looking at some of this video right now, and I'm not sure if this is video you provided to us.
Yeah, that's our video on the news right now.
So walk us through this right here. This is sort of looking out your back door into the backyard.
This is minutes after it started. You can see the marshals running there. This was after they used our room as a staging.
Are they still in your home right now, Tyler?
No, they have pushed the perimeter back. They were too close, I guess, on their perimeter, so they pushed it back a little bit.
So walk me through how those officers came to be in your home. This was obviously.
I saw them running through our backyard and jumping our fence, so I opened the door and asked if they wanted. They had some officers already back here. I asked them if they wanted to use our house to go in and out. But yeah, it hasn't been many shots in the last hour, but there's still occasional shots every now and then.
Do you know, Tyler, you said it appeared that there was someone lying on the ground outside this house where this happened. Is that person still there lying in the yard? Do you know if they've been able to clear the scene whatsoever?
I can't see it. It's in the Shootout's house front yard. I just heard on the detective's radio there was 1 suspect dead in the front yard and another still in the house shooting.
What is your oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's there's no more police in our backyard. Like I said, I think they pushed the perimeter back.
I'm just, for you to open the door to these officers and they come rushing in, just take me into that, what that was like for you. It's just got to be unbelievable.
Yeah, this has been pretty wild. They told us to hunker down in the bathroom, so just been trying to come out every now and then and see what's going on.
And you said an officer went up to what, an upstairs bedroom then? Was acting
No, it's a single-story house. They ran into the back bedroom right here to set up a post where you can see the house directly through the window.
And how many people live in your home? How many who live there, Tyler, are at the home right now?
There's 3 of us here.
3 of you there. And do you know any of the circumstances, this house where this is taking place, where this person is inside? Can you tell us a little bit about that? Do you know the neighbors there? You don't have to give any specific names and prefer that you not do that, but do you know what the circumstances are in regard to that house, who might be living there?
I do not know the people. They'll have occasional parties in the backyard every now and then, but other than that, it's pretty quiet around here.
Yeah, Tyler, describe your neighborhood. Our Ron Lee, one of our reporters, lived not too far from here. He describes it just as a quiet family neighborhood. Describe what it was like to be there.
Yeah, it's quiet. I mean, occasionally you'll hear some shots at night, but nothing in the direct neighborhood.
Had you, Tyler, before this all happened, did you have any sense whatsoever that someone at this home would be involved in a situation that would bring police to the area?
I do not. I have nothing on that or nothing to recall that would spark that interest.
Now, I don't know whether this is a video we're hearing, but I just heard what sounded like a couple of gunshots there. Is that live, or do you think that's on the video that we're looking at?
That's probably on the video. Like I said, in about the last hour, there's only been maybe a handful of shots. So.
But you also have power at your house. You have electricity there, right? They haven't shut off the electricity in the neighborhood?
No, but we did get a call that said that the water was shut off.
Can you hear SWAT teams there trying to negotiate, do anything? Are you able to hear any more on loudspeakers?
I haven't heard anything on a loudspeaker other than the initial, start of all this. There was a SWAT truck in their backyard. They've since come back out. But like I said, they pushed the perimeter back, so there's nothing going on in our backyard at the moment. But our fence is all tore up. I mean, everything's tore to pieces.
And Tyler, we're hearing that numerous law enforcement personnel were wounded. Have you gotten any sense whatsoever specifically how many law enforcement officers you may have seen that may be wounded?
Well, there's a video of one of the officers. They were dragging him by his arms through the house. He didn't look too injured, but I couldn't tell if he was shot or just injured himself, maybe jumping the fence.
Do you feel safe? Like, did they offer to get you out of there? Did you want to stay? How did that conversation go?
We felt safe with them here. They did not offer to evacuate us, but they did tell us to hunker down in the bathroom.
Have they given you any sense whatsoever when you can come outside at all, or are you being told to stay in there until they come back and tell you that it's safe?
Yeah, they haven't said much. They're not giving us much information, but most of the things I've heard have just been over the radio while they've been in the house.
Tyler Wilson lives right near where all of this has unfolded this afternoon. Tyler, if you can hang on the phone for me for just 1 second, please. We also have a couple of other interviews from a couple other witnesses who are in this area. So I'd like to hear those if we can. And then, Tyler, if you're still with us, see if it kind of lines up with everything that you've heard today. Let's listen to those interviews.
It's a lot of emotions going on. You could tell a lot of people scared, a lot of people, it's like I live in this neighborhood for 10 years, never saw this, never thought it can even happen.
We heard, like he said, like more than 100 gunshots, like boom, 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 boom. And we were like, hey, you know what? We better take off home because it seems like really, really dangerous.
Again, a couple people who live in that community. I don't know, Tyler, if you could hear that or not, I'm not positive, but basically one of the people in the neighborhood saying, hey, family neighborhood, lived here for 10 years, nothing like this thing has happened like we're seeing here today. Another witness saying they heard what they felt like was 100 gunshots go off at the very beginning of all of this. Does that sort of line up with what, you witnessed?
Oh, yeah, at least 100 gunshots.
Wow. How many police officers or law enforcement officers would you have seen since this incident first started? And, well, let me back up just a little bit, Tyler. About what time was it when these officers came to your house when you first heard these gunshots?
This started, I think, a little before 1:30, if I recall. I'll have to go back and timestamp that. But in an eye shot, I've seen at least probably 50 to 75 officers just running through our backyards.
Wow. Now, you don't actually live on Galloway Drive there. You live on a street right behind that, or exactly which street do you live on?
Yep. So, like I said, there's 3 backyards that come to an adjacent point, and it's one of the backyards. So once this is all over, I'll be able to walk right back there and see exactly what's happened in the house that it happened at.
Can you describe what that house looks like, or what type of house it is? Is it a ranch? Is it a 2-story home? How would you characterize it?
It's one of those staple East Charlotte homes where it's got the 2 stories on one side and the little living room on the left side. It's one of those staple East Charlotte houses that you see all over.
Yeah, sort of like a split level house.
Yep, one of those.
Do you feel safe right now, Tyler?
Yeah, I feel safe. Like I said, I haven't heard many shots within the last hour, so I'm not sure what's going on right now. I don't hear anything over a loudspeaker.
Tyler Wilson lives in this neighborhood. Tyler, we appreciate you jumping on the phone with us to share what you saw, a frightening situation. As he heard earlier this afternoon, around 1:30 this afternoon, when that fugitive task force arrived on scene and attempted to bring someone out of that home, only to be greeted with dozens of shots, gunfire erupting in that neighborhood, and numerous officers, has been told by CMPD, have been wounded in all of this. Tyler, be safe. Keep in touch, okay, buddy?
Thank you. Y'all take care.
Thank you. Yes, stay safe. And again, if you are just joining us here at